In the highlands of Vietnam, every coffee journey begins with a single leaf, awakening to the light. Here, seedlings are raised with patience, nurtured for months before they touch real soil. Farmers examine each root system, choosing only the strongest to grow into export-quality trees. The land is shaped carefully because coffee flavor begins long before the harvest. Each plant is settled into the earth with intention and care. Water arrives in measured rhythms, supporting steady, balanced growth.
Through the seasons, the leaves thicken, capturing more light, building more life.
And for a brief moment each year, the fields become white with delicate flowers.
Pollinators help transform these blossoms into the cherries the world waits for.
At first, the fruit is small and green, quietly maturing under sun and rain.
Months pass, and the quiet internal chemistry of the fruit begins its slow work, transitioning from deep green to a pale yellow. Finally, the fruit achieves its goal, a firm, gloss crimson red, the perfect coffee cherry, ready for harvest.
The trained eye of the farmer knows this peak moment, recognizing the narrow window for perfect sweetness.
The quality of the final cup relies entirely on this manual step, selecting only the perfectly ripe cherries, one by one.
The basket begins to fill, a collection of single, perfect moments, holding the promise of the cup to come.
When the time is right, hundreds of hands enter the fields. This is labor on an immense, yet intimate scale.
The human hand is the ultimate sorting machine, ensuring only ripe fruit is collected, preserving the integrity of the harvest. Throughout the day, the weight of the harvest accumulates. Each bag is a testament to tireless physical dedication.
Even before processing, the cherries undergo an initial visual quality check, removing any debris or unripe fruit.
Immersion in water provides the first density test. Ripe, heavy cherries sink. Lighter,
Millions of cherries arrive at the mill, their collective weight a signal that the serious work of processing is about to begin.
The pulper mechanically removes the outer cherry, a rapid process that separates the precious bean, encased in its parchment shell.
What remains is the parchment-encased bean, coated in a thick, sticky layer of pectin and sugar, the mucilage.
The mucilage now enters a controlled fermentation tank, where enzymes and microbes slowly break down the sugars for up to 36 hours.
Clean water is then essential to halt the process, washing away the degraded mucilage and preparing the bean for the final drying phase.
The coffee now moves to the vast concrete drying patios, where the powerful tropical sun becomes the main engine of quality. Constant, rhythmic raking is crucial to ensure even drying, preventing mold and locking in the complex sugars.
Day after day, the sun pulls the moisture out, reducing the bean's content from 55% down to a critical 11%.
A moisture meter confirms the final step. 11.5 to 10.5% moisture is the perfect target for preservation and shipment.
The coffee is then rested in silos for up to 2 months, a crucial step to stabilize the internal chemistry of the bean. At the dry mill, the huller subjects the beans to intense friction, stripping away the dry, protective parchment layer. The result is the green bean, hard, dense, and ready for shipment. This is the commodity the world trades. Mechanical screens then grade the beans by size, ensuring uniformity, a key factor in quality control and consistent roasting.
Optical color sorters use high-speed cameras and air jets to reject discolored or defective beans with extreme, split-second precision.
To truly assess the green bean's potential, a small sample must first be roasted, the moment of truth for its unique flavor profile.
The sample is precision ground, instantly releasing hundreds of volatile aromatic compounds.
The dry fragrance is the first sensory checkpoint. a subtle preview of the bean's inherent flavor characteristics.
Boiling water is poured, creating the bloom. The moment gases escape, releasing the full, potent aroma.
4 minutes later, the cupper breaks the crust, inhaling the intense wet aroma to verify the aromatic qualities.
The result is quantified on a scorecard, transforming subjective flavor into objective, verifiable data for global trade.
Only the highest scoring lots, those meeting strict international standards, are approved for the next stage, the journey overseas. Approved beans are funneled into traditional jute sacks, each holding the global standard of 60 kilograms of raw commodity.
With a final stitch of thick thread, the raw commodity is sealed, ready to embark on its long, unpredictable voyage. The individual sacks merge into mountains of stacked commodity, waiting for the long drive to the deep water ports. The heavy sacks are loaded by hand onto trucks, the first leg of their long-distance freight journey.
Across hundreds of miles of diverse terrain, the trucks carry the cargo towards the coast, pushing towards the sea. At the port, the coffee enters a world of metal and mega logistics, dwarfed by the immense scale of global trade.
The sacks are tightly packed into massive steel containers, sealed for protection against the rigors of the sea journey.
Under the power of giant cranes, the single container is lifted high, moving toward its temporary home on the open ocean.
The containers are stacked meticulously, forming a vast, multi-story city of cargo on the deck of the colossal vessel.
The vessel leaves port, setting its course across the vast, unpredictable waters of the world's oceans.
For weeks, the bean is suspended in the ocean solitude, traveling thousands of miles to its final destination continents away. The sealed containers protect the commodity from the harsh conditions, salt, wind, and the relentless power of the sea.
Weeks later, the ship docks, having crossed an ocean and delivered its precious cargo to a new continent.
The container is gently lifted off the ship, beginning the final land-based journey to its ultimate destination, the roaster.
From the port, the coffee is transferred to an importer's climate-controlled warehouse, where it is stored safely, awaiting purchase.
A final, shorter truck journey delivers the green bean to the roaster, the artist who will unlock its flavor.
The coffee arrives at the roastery, the heart of its final transformation, the artist's studio.
The seals are broken, and the green beans are liberated from their jute prison for the first time since the dry mill.
Before roasting, a skilled hand performs a final check, removing any remaining defects or contaminants that survived the journey.
The roaster is loaded with hundreds of pounds of green coffee, feeding the heart of the transformation process.
The roaster acts as an engineer, controlling the precise heat curve, the profile, that unlocks the bean's stored flavor potential. The first crack signals the climax. The audible moment, internal pressure explodes, fully transforming the bean into a lighter, aromatic form.
The non-enzymatic Maillard reaction completes its work, browning the bean and producing hundreds of new flavor compounds.
With precise timing, the roast achieves the ideal profile, unlocking the signature notes of chocolate, caramel, and spice inherent to the bean.
The hot beans are rapidly discharged onto the cooling tray to immediately halt the roasting process, freezing the flavor development. Cooled and stabilized, the bean is now light, porous, and hard, bearing the unique signature of the roast profile.
The roaster performs a final smell check, confirming the aromatic balance and the success of the roast profile.
The journey's final leg begins when the customer's hand reaches out and selects this single bag, ready for its purpose.
The grinding ritual in the home releases the final, most vibrant aromatic burst of the coffee's long journey. The grounds are tamped with precise, even pressure, creating a dense, perfect puck for high-pressure espresso extraction.
Under 9 text bars of pressure, the precious essence is extracted in a golden brown stream.
Others prefer the slow ritual of the pour-over, where hot water gently infuses the grounds, revealing delicate flavor layers. A slow, rhythmic dripping sound signals the end of the infusion, and the clean, bright beverage is ready to serve.
In this simple act, the long, dedicated journey is complete. The flavor is the culmination of every step.
In the steam and the swirl, the complex story of the Vietnamese highlands is finally distilled into pure warmth.
From a tiny seedling in the basalt soil, the coffee has traveled the globe.
Now, the cup is empty. The journey is complete.
Every cup is a reminder that the great journey always returns to where it began: the land, the leaf, and the promise of the next harvest.
The metallic security seal ensures the integrity of the cargo, its unique serial number tracked across global customs databases.
Every vessel is tracked in real time by satellite, its digital footprint a testament to the seamless nature of modern global commerce.
Each tier of containers represents thousands of tons of cargo, secured by powerful steel lashing.
At the destination port, the containers are only released once the comprehensive, official customs paperwork is fully signed and stamped.
Once emptied, the cold steel container is a testament to the sheer volume of coffee.
The heavy pallets are expertly maneuvered by forklifts, ensuring the valuable cargo reaches the roastery floor intact.
Stored in a humidity-controlled environment, the green coffee patiently awaits its destiny, the final step before becoming a finished product.
The roaster verifies the quality one last time, a final commitment made to the integrity of the lot before the heat is applied. The roaster is preheated to the critical charge temperature, the point of no return for the green bean's final metamorphosis.
The charge is dropped. In this precise moment, the heat begins its complex work, transforming density and compounds.
Every second of the roast is logged, creating a meticulous data profile, the precise recipe for consistent, repeatable flavor.
The powerful fans aggressively pull cool, fresh air through the beans, instantly dropping the core temperature to stop all further thermal development.
The French press employs a simple yet critical step. The slow, controlled plunge separates the infused liquid from the coarsely ground sediment. The perfect shot demands engineering mastery, maintaining precisely 9 bar of pressure, the critical parameter for a full-bodied extraction.
The perfect golden crema is a micro-emulsion of oils and the delicate bubble of CO2.
For milk-based drinks, high-pressure steam is used to create smooth, velvety microfoam, the silkiest texture for latte art.
The final flourish is the latte art, a perfect, symmetrical pattern poured with meticulous control. Viewed through the rising steam, the environment softens, allowing the moment to become immersive and focus solely on the taste. Even the final addition of sugar becomes a micro-event. As the crystal dissolves, its sweetness quickly integrating with the coffee's dark complexity.
The spoon rests, signaling the end of preparation and the beginning of the quiet moment of enjoyment.
Perfectly still, the liquid coffee surface becomes a dark mirror, held tight by the science of surface tension.
The warmth of the mug transfers to the hands, grounding the moment in physical, immediate comfort.
Perfect microfoam creates a stable, glossy glaze, the final texture that defines the velvety mouthfeel of the finished beverage.
Every sip is a complex tapestry of flavor, broken down and identified by the consumer into notes of spice, fruit, and chocolate.
A vigorous stir creates the final turbulence, thoroughly blending the coffee with any added sweetness or cream for a uniform taste.
The residue left on the ceramic, the drip line, is the final, dark trace of the coffee's rich oils and concentrated essence. As the steam meets a cool surface, it reverts to perfect microdroplets of water, completing the final phase change of the preparation.
The whole bean drops, instantly surrendering to the mechanical process that will unlock its flavor and aroma for the final time. The stream is thick and syrupy, a high viscosity liquid that contains the highest concentration of the bean's soluble essence.
The thin gooseneck spout allows for the critical control of flow, ensuring a deliberate and even saturation of the coffee bed.
The final, precise shake of the wrist creates the symmetrical pattern, the signature of a master craftsman's dedication to detail.
In the final gaze into the mug, the complex story of the coffee's origin settles, leaving behind only quiet satisfaction. The rising steam is the final aromatic greeting, a cloud of volatile compounds delivering the first sensory confirmation. The steam isolates the moment, softening the world into abstract light and leaving only the clarity of the cup.
The final, necessary stirring creates microvortices, ensuring every molecule of sweetness is perfectly integrated into the coffee's body.
The hand rests, acknowledging the physical and sensory satisfaction of the journey's final, quiet destination.
The scent of the flower carries the future, the fragile beginning of the cycle that promises the next harvest.
The final human touch, the quiet satisfaction of the roaster, ensures the journey's flavor is fully realized.
The final, golden stream is the condensed essence of the journey, pure, liquid history and flavor.
The journey's final destination is this single, intimate contact point. The moment the flavor is finally received.
A drop of cream hits the surface, creating a fleeting, mesmerizing fractal pattern, the final artistry of fluid dynamics. The empty bag is the final physical memory, a quiet symbol of the commodity fully consumed and enjoyed. But the true final destination is always the origin. The immense, eternal land that promises
is the 10,000-mile journey, from the single, perfect leaf to the satisfied silence of the final empty cup.